Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So I'm going to be showing you today how I've made these very cute little eggs to go in the basket. So the basket I'll be showing on another tutorial that will come after this one. Today I'm going to show you how you can make these little eggs. Now if you're familiar with my channel and you've been subscribed for some time, you will recognise these as being a different, slightly different shape to the orb Christmas decoration. So I'll link that tutorial up here, and I had that one in mind to, you know, use for making an Easter egg shape. So I've just added an extra, just doubled the length on this piece here. And when I typed in my orb tutorial, because I do have to type in my own tutorials to look back on them, I saw just below a tutorial by Gemma, I think it was, and she's made this shape already and she credited my orb ones in her video. So now I'm kind of going back and crediting her because I've got the same idea that she had and she's done it. So if you want to see another shape, check out Gemma's tutorial. I'll link it below in this one here. And yeah, you can check out the other sizes. But so I'm going to go back to the, like I said, orbs, but now they are little Easter eggs. And these ones are completely sealed. They have a different gift, chocolate treats inside, but they will also hold like your cream eggs and your caramel eggs. They're all, you know, individually wrapped in foil, so you can pop those inside as well. And you could, if it's dry enough, you can actually hide these around the house or the garden for an Easter egg hunt. And like I said, I've got my basket here. These are going to my friend's son. He's going to absolutely go mad when he sees all of this. And the idea is he rips into these and finds the treats. So I think it's really nice. So very, very straightforward to make. Like I said, it's just up to you how many you want to do. And then you can make the basket if you wish to afterwards, or you could, you know, pop them into my other baskets, and I'll link those up here as well because I've got quite a few. So let's get started. So this is all you need. Very, very straightforward. So this is a piece of 6 1/4 by 4 1/2. And this will make one egg. So along the 6 1/4 side, you're going to score at 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 3, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 5 1/4, and 6. I'm going to say that again because there's a lot of score lines. 3/4 inch, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, 3, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 5 1/4, and 6. Then along the short side, you're going to score at 3/4 inch, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3 3/4. Make sure that 1/4 inch tab's at the bottom. Again, I'll say that again. 3/4, 1 1/2, 2 1/4, and 3 3/4. I will give you the measurements to all of these when we go to decorate it. So that's everything with the scoreboard. We need to do a little bit more scoring now with the ruler. So I've got my metal ruler and stylus here. So first of all, what we want to do is you want to have your 1/4 inch little tab here on the right hand side. We're going to be working at the top of all of these larger rectangles. So you have your smaller 3/4 inch squares all along here. It's these rectangles and it's at the top. Pop your ruler along that first score line. So it's the score line here. Okay, and I want to put a little marker in the middle of every other of these rectangles. So I'm going to miss the first rectangle, and then I'm going to be working on, if I put a pencil mark, so I'm going to be doing one, because I'm going to put pattern paper over this, I think, but this is going to fold in, so I'm going to do it lightly. So a little cross there, miss one, cross, miss one, cross, miss one, cross, and I've missed the first one. So it's at the top of each of these that I want to put a little marker. So it's going to be at 1 1/8 inch is where I'm going to put my first little mark there. Then it will be at 2 5/8. That will give you a mark in the middle of this one. Then 4 1/8, and then 5 5/8. So as long as you've got your ruler right at the end here, running along that score line, those measurements I just gave you will give you little markers in the middle of each of these pieces. You can see my little marker there is in the middle of this one here, here, and so on. You then want to do the same, but this time it's going to be along this bottom score line here. So I'm going to pop my ruler down again, and it's exactly the same score lines. So 1 1/8, and then 2 5/8, and then 4 1/8, and then 5 5/8. again, it's the you know, you're putting your cross in that one, that one, that one, and that one. I just hold that up there. You can see exactly what I did, and there's my little marker there, 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 and there. So it's along that last score line, and this one is along the first one from the top. We then want to, we're going to do a triangle within these rectangles where you've done your little cross there, joining up to that little marker. So I'll do this one first and I'll hold it up so you can see. So I'm just laying that down. So within the rectangle, the bottom corners, you want to do a score line up to that little marker. So again, I'll do this one here so you can see it away from that tab. If you've made the orb, then you'll know exactly what you're doing here. Okay. So you can see there, you're always working within your rectangle, the bottom, left and right, up to that one there. So I'll just finish these two. Then the bottom ones here, you're going to do the same, but you're just working within the square where I've got the cross, and you come in this time, you're going to go up with the triangle. So it's going to be upside down this time. I'll just do a couple and then I'll hold it up. Okay, so you can see there's the little marker I did. So I've gone up to the top corner of the square and then up to that corner. Again, you're working all within that square. I'll just finish these two. Next, you want to fold and burnish, and I think once we do this and I cut away the sections, you're really going to understand everything I've done. So I mean, you could fold and burnish like I'm doing now and cut the next bit and then do the scoring that I've just shown you. Some of you might find it easier to do the scoring that way. So just every score line, make sure it's nice and burnished. So I've got my 1/4 inch tab on the right hand side. Just going to cut up every single score line up to the first score line. So we're going to free up all of these 3/4 inch squares because this is what will become the base. So when you get to the end here, you've got this little extra piece. Just remove all of that corner, because what we're going to do now is remove every section underneath where you've just scored your triangle shape or you've got your cross. So where I told you to put all the crosses, you might then want to cut it away, and then you know that you're doing your triangle within these pieces here. So I'm just folding under each piece like so. Okay, that's what you want to have left. These 4 pieces will be stuck on top of each other to form the base. So now I'm going to flip it around. So now I've got my 1/4 inch tab on the left hand side, and you're going to do exactly the same. You're going to cut down all of the score lines to the first score line like so, and then those end ones where you've got that little rectangle attached, just remove completely. And then it's every one above the triangle and the cross section that you want to remove. So I've got my 1/4 inch tab on the right hand side. All of these ones here, you want to become valley folds. So I'm just using my nail to just push down the sides. So you can see they're valleys. You can see already now we're going to get that shape because they're going to fold in like this. So again, just push. And you've got those nice score lines. So I'm just folding each one over. And then again like so, and then just flip it round and do the same. So just push on that score line and bring it over, and you'll get your valley folds. And that one there like so. Okay, then I'm going to use my quick grab glue. I'm going to run it all along this tab here. So just fold that over and then fold this one over, and it should all lay flat. Make sure that's all secure. Okay, and then the longest section here, that's the top. So this smaller where you've got your 3 squares all kind of stacked up there, this is the bottom. So I'm going to work with 2 opposites first, doesn't matter which ones. So I'm going to stick that one down, and then, so I've got my glue on that one, and then I'm going to stick this one over the top. And what I found helped is if I used some tweezers, you can pop the tweezers underneath just to squeeze that all down, like so. And then add your glue onto the top of that one and bring one of these over. Again, I can get my tweezers in there. And then the last one. And because of the way we folded it, you can see you just get that really cool shape. Now, if you want to have these hanging like I've done with the orbs, then just have a look at how I've done that, because it's exactly the same. You can do it on this, and I just punched little holes through each of these in the middle, and then put my ribbon through the bottom, pulled the ribbon through, and then put another one over and pulled it through there. And then once they're all closed, you will have your little ribbon, and then you can hang them. They look good hanging on the little kind of twig trees that a lot of people have at Easter time. I think that would look lovely. So that's all ready. So then I've got some treats. So I have been putting all sorts in them, but I've been putting a lot of chicks inside because it kind of seemed quite appropriate, the chick inside the egg. So I'm just going to drop that in. You can see it fits in there really nicely. These ones were from, I think, Aldi, but you know, there's all kinds of Easter chocolates around at the moment. And then again, I'm sealing mine up completely. So this is optional. You might add hook and loop here. I think the ribbon, a few people will do that, but I want these to be ripped open. And then there's a surprise there for, you know, them to find. And then again, so you don't need to trim the sides off or anything, because you want it to just have that full square, so that it all folds down nicely on itself, like so. And there we've got our little faceted egg shape. And then to decorate, you want 4 pieces that are 1/2 inch by 1 1/4, and then 14 pieces of 1/2 inch squared. Okay, so 1/2 by 1/2, and then just stick them over all of your sections. I mean, if you want to do triangular shaped pieces to cover these, you can, but it's quite nice to have the contrast of the plain with the pattern. So I'm going to stick all that down. Okay, so there's the finished egg, all sealed up with the treat inside. These are the other colours, just like your pastel tones, or, you know, whatever's going to match what you're doing. But I think they look fab hidden around the house and in the garden. And you can personalise them. You could put money inside some of them, or you could have maybe, I don't know, £10 in one, and whoever finds it, you know, first. Yeah, I just think you could do so much with these. They're really cute, and they're very sweet for table favours as well. See someone's, you know, name on there, and they stand up really nicely. We could sit them on their side. So hopefully lots of ideas for you here. I will link below the cardstock I guess I've used. They're just so easy to do, you know, even scraps of card, you know, the size that I've given you there, you know, you don't need to in fact, they're a great scraps when thinking about it, because even the pattern paper to cover it all. So there they are, my lovely little paper Easter eggs. And the basket will be coming next if you'd like to make that. It's a really nice size. I love this, and I think it would also work well for a Halloween cauldron. So that will be something else that will come, no doubt. But there you go. Thank you for watching. As always, check the links in the videos popping up now. And if you've enjoyed today and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell. Then you'll be notified every time I upload something new. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.